Alright guys, just a little bit of an update for the weekend. Isn't this plant growing like mad? I've had to put them on the floor. Yeah, a bit of a music session today. Brought in some new vinyl from the UK. So got a few albums to listen to. Got one of these at the airport as well, this little Bose speaker, which I found the acoustics are really good on. So I'm really happy with that. It's £150 at the airport shop. I'll say airport shop because I can't remember the name of the place. But I got that because this Ion record player doesn't actually come with a speaker. It's set up to work on the Bluetooth, or basically it'll connect up to the computer, so you can take your albums and put them onto your PC, which I won't be doing much of because everything I'm buying is brand spanking new. So if I wanted it MP3 or whatever, I'll just download it. Part of the reason getting into the music, I thought it'd be good for Oob, because obviously the good thing about records is it's very much something you can touch, you can feel. It's a bit more appreciative of music than downloads, because you think about pretty much everything you have these days on your phone, it's all instantaneous. So you'll flick through music, you'll flick through, well, even dating apps. You know, it's not about appreciation. It's often just quick as possible. But yeah, it's good to be back. Obviously I've started writing the book, and I've had sent out to 5 people, and everyone's come back with some positive feedback on it. There was somebody mentioned that there was a couple of things that didn't look right, but I noticed, because I'm writing it in Pages, I noticed Pages actually edited it in the sense of predictive text. So I think my wording was correct. I think Pages actually changed it. So, but it's good that David picked that up for us. But I'm going to sit and write another 20 chapters on that, because I want to try and push that out. But it's good to have some positive feedback on it, and I'll push it out. If it sells, it sells. If it doesn't. It's a project I've done, something new. If it sells, I've got ideas for the other books. I've got to admit, I'm at that point now where I'm considering what I want to do next. Because obviously we've got the house set up in Spain now. A lot of the bills are pretty much paid off. The industry I'm in, I'm not happy with. It's just generally in decline. Too many pompous, arrogant, incompetent people in it these days. Because when I first come into it, it's a lot of ex-naval guys in there, a lot of technical knowledge. It all seems to have gone. But then again, I've been doing it for over 20 years, so I don't think the Navy's been investing in people either. So I think this is the downside of the stuff that goes on. But we're going to El Campo today. I might do a 360 camera, because I got a new one. I got the new Theta Z1, which is partly why I'm doing a bit of an update with new things. Yeah, so that's a new 360 camera. What's he doing? But things in Spain seem to be okay. One of the things to be aware of, April saying the water bills, I've just had a new tax of some sort for Valencia, which I think is adding about €160 a year. Maybe one of you guys can give us an update on that, but it's to do with the taxing for whatever reason, which is a significant increase, but it seems everywhere at the minute. Yeah, a bit of a strange one. But yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be, because over here I find, even though it's not sunny today, let's have a look now, it's just relaxing. I can't hear the waves too much because I can hear a plane in the distance, but you can just sit and relax, got the music on. just sort of chilling out. And the other thing is, I mean, I was talking to another friend of ours yesterday because I'm going to try and meet up while I'm over in Spain because I've got 2 weeks of spreadsheets and drawings to go through. But this whole Brexit thing's thrown a lot of people in chaos even now. It's still ongoing. I'm just wondering when that'll eventually settle down. But I don't think you'll get a Conservative government tackle it because they have to admit they're going back on something. So we'll see. And I'm not interested in Brexiteering and all that nonsense. Keep it all separate. I'm only interested in the benefit of the individual. And the benefit of the individual to have freedom of movement, I think, was the most important bit. For a lot of people want to retire here. Let's face it, you work hard enough in the UK. Why would you penalise yourself? If you can sell a house in the UK for £400,000, buy somewhere here for 80 to 100 and have 300,000 in an investment fund, you can retire even without a pension. So that's the way I look at it. A lot of this stuff has locked people's money into a country they may not even want to be in for their retirement. So, which I can't see a positive in at all. It's a strange one. Doesn't mean it's impossible. It just means it's a lot more bureaucratic. But for those that sort of want to work seasonal and in and out the countries, it's just made life harder. Let's face it, the UK got problems with strawberries and other things because they're trying to get people to come and pick them now. Because I think it was some people from Moldova. They were saying that they're earning as much coming to Spain to do picking as the UK with less paperwork. So hence, where did they want to go? But I also say it's probably a much better environment if you can stand the heat here in Spain. But yeah, I'm not going to whinge too much today. I mean, my point being is there's options there, and even for Brits that want to find work, seasonal work, I'm sure it's still out there. It's just going to be more complicated on the paperwork. This has been quite useful. This little canopy, I put it up in the rain earlier because I wanted to sit outside with the music on. Because obviously I've rolled the wall away. And it's April got that on a sale at Amazon Day. The only reason this is rusted here, the handle, is because this blew up, went up and over, and landed in the neighbour's balcony there. And I'm surprised it didn't get bleached and burnt, holes burnt into it, because it was stuck on the balcony for a couple of months until the owner come on holiday, so we could get it back. But yeah, so if you do see these on Amazon, do recommend them. Seem fairly decent quality. I've had any questions lately on Spain? Ryanair, oh my god, late again on the flights. Tell you what, it's painful, especially if you're coming back say you're coming back for a weekend, losing an hour or two, because yesterday I was up at about 7 in the morning, full day of work, expected to be on the plane at 9:30, ended up, I think, I don't know, 10:30 or something before on the plane and took off. So when you get home at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's not too bad when you get here at midnight or just before 1, but at 3 o'clock you're tired and you're like, oh my god. And then Eco Parking's done this twice now, and I was not impressed the first time, but twice. They don't tell me the renewals are coming up. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, they're going, oh, you got to renew it. I'm like, we email you to tell you we're coming. Why didn't you tell me that the annual bill's due? And then he's checking the email, says, oh no, we haven't. Yeah, they should have told you. And it's like, but they didn't know. I'll pay it when I come back. Oh no, you can pay the difference, which is like €45 for a week or whatever. I'm going, but I've been using this service 6 years now or something, and you're haggling over as if I won't bring the car back. So yeah, and then I had to mess around with getting April up at 3 o'clock in the morning to pay a 250 quid annual fee, which I don't think was that really that urgent, because like I said, they know where I am, they know what my car is, they know I'm going to bring it back. So I don't know. And 2 years running now, they haven't told me. So we'll do the administration for them, because it's not a problem paying it. It's just that I have my account in the UK. We only have one bank card in Spain, so that stays with April. So the problem I had is at 2:30 in the morning, April's in bed. I'm trying to get so I needed to transfer money from the UK onto my Wise card. Now, if you're not using Wise, I do recommend them, and I can't remember much. I'm not sure if the card was free, but I'm using it regularly now because it's useful for that type of thing, because the fees are low enough, and all I'm doing is basically transferring money onto it when I need it. Also means that when I'm in Spain, I don't need the Spanish bank account, because I leave that with April for the shopping and the bills and stuff. But you can just use your Wise card to transfer it, because it stays in sterling. Maybe I'm going to do a separate video on that, because there's a few things you can do on it, but it's useful to have. I'll say that it's certainly made my life easier, not only here, but when April and the kids were in Spain, there was a medical emergency. I managed to transfer money within minutes to make sure the medical bills were covered, because I didn't want the insurance used. Yeah, because I paid for private medical insurance. And to be fair, the insurance we got here in Spain, this is maybe worth you looking at if you're getting health insurance. Is the one we have is global, so even in the Philippines, you've got coverage. But it was something I'd rather just pay the bills, because bill, like when you have a car accident and it's just I don't know, a wheel's damaged. Your premium's going to go up by the cost of a wheel, and then some. So it's cheaper to just get a new wheel than just pay for it in cash. And then don't even bother mentioning about the insurance thing. So the point being is the medical emergency. It was, it needed medical appointments, medical this, that, and the other, but it wasn't a case of a critical emergency. At which point we definitely use the insurance. But yeah. So I do recommend having a decent medical insurance, and it is worth shopping around, seeing which ones are reliable. I think we're still with CASA at the minute. But beyond that, I'm looking at the mortgage and thinking I want to pay another 5,000 off in the next 6 months. We'll keep whittling away at it. I'm quite happy. Now it looks like the sun's coming out, which is good, because we're going to go to El Campo next. It looks like the sun's coming out behind me somewhere. But yeah, let me have a quick look round since. You can hear how quiet it is. Notice my use of the English language. A lot of people will. You can see how quiet it is. Well, obviously it's not visual. There's a little bit of a breeze there. People are out enjoying themselves. Playing the bowls over there, which I'm sure somebody will tell me exactly what the name is. I've known it before, but I forgot what it's called. The birds are chirping away. It's a nice quiet Saturday afternoon. Yeah, so I might do a couple of updates, just from general stuff. Like I said, I'll do one on Wise, because I do recommend Wise. I've transferred, I don't know, maybe £40,000 through there at some point, maybe even more over the years. I just find it quick and easy, convenient. But yeah, it's good to be home. That's why it's getting harder now, because I'm starting to itch to be back permanently. Because now we've got my costs under control, the house-wise, you start thinking about getting back full time. But what do we do next? What we're going to do to generate income? Because if I can keep on this stuff I'm doing at the minute, firstly, I can get the house paid off in the next 1 to 2 years. Second one is I'm building up the investments, and the third one is I can still work on new ideas and businesses. Seriously thinking about doing something with vinyl at the minute, but that might just be my nostalgia cutting in. But I can see. Well, let's put it this way: I'm looking at buying all my original records back. I'm not going to get into what happened to those, because it'll annoy me about somebody that did something with them. But I've already spent, what, £300 on... Do you want to have a quick look? Let's have a quick look while we're still here. So I've already started getting some of the albums back, but they start... I mean, that's Basement Jaxx. So they start... Oh, he's took all the covers off them. But they start at about £20 each. And some of them are a bit more. But I've seen, I think it was one of the original Nirvana ones, which I did have, which I'm not, like I said, I don't really want to get into it, but I've seen that for sale on eBay for £1,200, because it was a specific one. But anyway, like I said, you don't win them all. But I do love music. So that may be something I look at as an option for a venture. Like I said, the book, I'm about 50% through the first draft. And the reason I bring this up, because I know some of you guys are trying to work out how do you get here full time. This is the pain you go through of trying to find ideas that will work. Because once you have it, it'll just go click, whang, you got it. Because I've had it over the years. For example, when we did the crypto markets, that was a year's worth of income. It paid for the car. It was quite an interesting time as well. So the point being, that was very useful, practical. The same as when I did data for a company in the NHS. That was 10 months of data manipulation. So the point being is, there is stuff out there. One of the key things I've got at the moment is I'm trying to recover some of the time, because the companies I've worked with for the last 3 or 4 years now is like having a baby with toothache. It's constant whining noise that needs to fit into a working day. Which is the bit I'm trying to push things back to, because I need my time back to think out the box, because I'm busy trying to think how to fix their problems, which are often self-inflicted by themselves. Don't get time to fix my problems, which is getting home full time. But anyway guys, I'm going to disappear now. I'm going to take April and the kids shopping for a bit. Just winding the old brolly down. I'm going to get some rust paint. The other thing is, on these, by the way, you see there's little bits of rust starting to appear, but only on one is it quite bad. This one down here. So I'm gonna have a look at these. It's recoverable at the minute, but if I leave it, it won't be. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave you to enjoy your rest of your day. I'm gonna head off out for a bit. Just dropping the glass in. See you later.